Well, good morning and welcome to another edition of Morning Brew but Black. And I am your lovely host, the Black Girl Magic Master herself, Chiquila, with her girls Diamond and Star trying to be out today. I guess because it's what? The second day of Women's History Month. Yes, it is. Hey, everybody. Hey. Good morning. Let's get into what's going on in today's news headlines, shall we? You know, a lot happened last night. Some of us was asleep. I got to be honest with you. Listen, I am not. So, let's talk about it, though. Let's talk about, because last night the president spoke. Yes, he did. I am your auntie. I am the one that talks to you about business. If you're not in school today, I don't know why not, because testing here in the state was all for all the 9th and 11th graders. So I hope everybody took them tests. But anyway, I digress. Let's talk about what's really going on in the world news today, because I don't think y'all know. I don't think y'all even be paying attention. So I figured, why don't the sexy teacher teach the world about what's going on? Not to mention, I help build businesses. I'm a diversity, equity, and inclusion specialist. I specialize in building up minority businesses. I am really specialized in finance. I actually am considered a money flow expert. I have certification in profit mastery. Believe it or not, I have my master's degree in business administration, and I'm currently pursuing my doctorate in business administration. So I say all that to say this. I constantly I don't watch regular TV. I don't watch what y'all watch. I watch indices. Matter of fact, I watch the Bloomberg indices like religiously. And I just like to catch on what is today's headlines, as well as I like to watch and catch on what's going on with the Morning Brew. So let's talk about what's going on. Because last night, hey, everybody. And if you're in my comments saying good morning, sunshines. Glad to see you. I am your lovely host of this Morning Brew but Black. But today's headline news. Hey, y'all, don't forget to like, share, comment. You know what I'm talking about. Keep your vibrations high. I know that I am very attractive, but we can also remain very high value out here, right? How would you, if you're a high value man, I'm not going to expect to see such comments. How about that? I can tell who's the high valued man by the comments. Yes. And of course, just because your name and your face is not, and your user or whatever, you don't got no picture, that doesn't stop anything. You can't be muted. Let's be on a high vibration. Why not? Let's vibrate higher. Yes. All right. So, like I said, today's news headlines, we got to get into it because last night, in case you missed it, let me turn down my indices. I'm so sorry about that, y'all. I'm sorry. I told you I'm always watching the markets because the world is responding to this Ukraine attack. And just a heads up, we are headed towards, have you ever heard of the Great Depression? Has anybody ever heard of the Great Depression? Hey, Lord of Wings, thank you. High vibes, no doubt. That's right. Yes. And I'm the business version of Harriet Tubman. That's correct. Because a lot of y'all don't know about the Underground Railroad to this money. Listen, some of us, like myself, we didn't have no rich aunties, uncles, grandparents, nobody leaving us no money behind. So we didn't have that equity. But I grinded it out. These last 25 years for us. I am 45 years old, going on 23. And in my journeys, I just want to share with you guys everything that I've learned. I got the skills to pay the bills. So when you see me live, it is actually very rare because I've been banned on the other TikTok account for life. Yes. So I'm a little leery about going live, about anything. And then when it comes to Instagram, I usually only got 1 or 2 people because everybody watching the celebrities. You know what I'm saying? But then there's good old YouTube. So you guys can always catch me on YouTube or full videos or anything that you might have missed on the other social media platforms. You can catch me at Black Girl Magic Masters, LLC. That's my YouTube channel. But anyway, my name is Keela Chiquila. Y'all know what your mama say about women named after drinks. Y'all know what your mama say. We more potent. So let's get into this morning brew. But black. Shall we? All right, let's get into some let's talk about the cryptocurrency surge, okay? You want to talk about that? Because what's going on is Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies, they are rallying, meaning they are coming up right now as Russia gets slammed with economic sanctions. And Russia's currency, the ruble, it rapidly is declining and losing value, right? So Ukrainians are fleeing the country. Also, the fact that they got some crazy and they're anyway, it may be contributing to the spike in Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies because they're stashing their money and their savings under the digital mattress of the blockchain. Now, can you blame them? It has been argued of late that the cryptocurrency markets haven't been panning out to be the digital version of gold like it had supposed to be. That's what the big shiny object was for Bitcoin, was that it was going to be our modern day version of gold in digital form. So it wasn't doing so well once the Ukrainian situation began. But now, because of what I'm reading right now, I sense a bit of a change. Remember, high vibrations only. Who we got to get out of here? That's Mr. Hair Lover. Mr. Hair Lover. This is your last and final warning, because I don't have a heaven or a hell to put you in, but I do have a mute button. All right, ticky tock. Let's keep it high vibrational. All right. I'm sending much love and respect. I'm just asking for a little quid pro, little reciprocity. Just give it back. You know what I'm saying? I know I might not be the most interesting channel to be watching right now, but my information is definitely relevant. It is. So I will continue on. Anyway, let's continue on. Like I was saying, Bitcoin and the other cryptocurrencies, right? And how they're rallying as Russia gets slammed with the economic sanctions and its currency, the ruble, rapidly loses value. This is what we were talking about. We said that Ukrainians are fleeing the country, and this is also maybe contributing to the spike in the Bitcoin currencies because they're stashing their savings and their digital mattresses and basically into the blockchain. All right, so that's good because as of last night, the price of Bitcoin had risen 18% in 48 hours. Did you hear me? As of last night, the price of Bitcoin had risen 18% in 48 hours. Oh, yeah. And by the way, you can get a link to where I get my news in my YouTube channel. Yeah, it's right here. You guys are right. The link will be right here in the YouTube channel for you if you want to know where I get my news. But anyway, let's continue on. So while Bitcoin basically hasn't proven to be digital gold, it has become more popular in countries where currency crises, like in Turkey, where the lira just plummeted last year. I don't know if y'all are aware of that, but that happened. That did happen. So Ukraine, see, what's cryptocurrency's role in all of this is what you're asking right now. Ukraine formally asked 8 cryptocurrency exchanges, including the industry leaders Coinbase. Keep in mind who was hacked and keep getting hacked. I've been telling y'all, remember, catch my cyber attack training classes. I'm going to put it on my YouTube channel because y'all need to protect yourself from such large people that don't care about us because they've been attacked a lot. And there's a lot of money that is leaving these Coinbase. Anyway, I digress. So, including industry leaders like Coinbase and Binance, which is who I trust. I am an accountant for a couple of companies, and internationally, that is who I trust. I'm going to just tell y'all flat out. And I'm also an affiliate of NAV. I'm an affiliate of nav.com. Go to my website, you know what I'm saying? Check out my products and services and hit your girl up. You need to get your business credit now? Then go to my website, blackgirlmagicmastersllc.com. Anyway, I digress. It said that Ukraine formally asked 8 cryptocurrency exchanges, including industry leaders Coinbase and Binance, to basically halt service to all Russian users. Ukrainian Vice Prime Minister Mikhail Fedorov, he went further. He tweeted, it's crucial for major exchanges to freeze not only the addresses linked to Russian and Belarusian politicians, but also to sabotage ordinary users. Well, Coinbase and Binance have declined to blanket ban Russia, but they have blocked users specifically targeted by sanctions. Okay, so most exchanges are opposed to freezing accounts since ease of international use and user anonymity are basically fundamental to cryptocurrency. You know what I'm saying? Let's zoom out here. Let's just zoom out here. Crypto is playing a major role. It really is in this war, from Russians and Ukrainians using it as a safe haven to Ukraine. I'm sorry, I needed a drink. To Ukraine raising over $22 million in crypto to fund its war efforts. Did you know that? Did you know that? Right? So let's continue on. So media outlets, okay, because Russia propaganda outlets also got the switch off. It was lights off. Let me talk about it. Let's talk about it. Media outlets backed by the Kremlin are finding their audience shrinking. I'm talking about shrinking after the president of the European Commission pledged to ban the Kremlin's media machine in the EU over the course of Monday and Tuesday. Major tech companies announced harsh measures to block Russian state-backed outlets like RT and Sputnik from disseminating Russian war propaganda in Europe. Oh, and we sipping tea this morning. We had this tea. I'm going to be honest with you. We sipping the tea. Now, outside of Europe, okay, tech companies and TV producers are moving quickly to label and block misleading content in the midst of Russia's invasion of Ukraine. You know, okay? Here's some of what happened, okay? TikTok, Metaverse, and YouTube have blocked RT's accounts in Europe, making them inaccessible to users within the EU. Now, don't you hate when a client does not respond back to you? Okay, no problem. Okay, I'm gonna put no problem. I could have swore. Yeah. Okay. I digress. Clients, let's see. We got to do better, my clients. We set times. We communicate for a purpose. I did a thesis in my undergrad on effective two-way communication because it matters. And so I'm a little bothered when I put out the good communication and the good feelers and they don't work out because somehow there was a blockage in the communication, like the feedback, all of that matters. But anyway, I digress. Let's get back to the news, right? Because here's some of what happened in social media world, because TikTok, Meta, and YouTube have blocked RT's accounts in Europe and making them basically inaccessible to your users within EU. Google, Microsoft, Twitter, and Facebook have restricted or altogether banned Russian government-backed media outlets from selling ads globally. This is what has happened. And Microsoft and Roku removed RT, their app, from the app stores. What else happened? Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram will include a label on all posts containing URLs from Russia's state-backed media. DirecTV is pulling RT from its TV service effective immediately. Oh my God, the tea. The tea. But anyway, bottom line, Putin is already getting creamed by Ukraine in the PR arena. Okay. And measures to block Russian state media will make spreading his message a bit more difficult, to say the least. Okay. So, we just want to just talk about that. But let's talk about why we're doing this. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about why we're all going through this. Because last night, our president spoke. And let me tell you what he said last night in the State of Our Union. Because it's tense. The State of Our Union is tense. Yo, your boy President Biden delivered his first State of the Union address amid the largest ground war in Europe since World War II. Tea must be sipped at that point. The highest U.S. inflation in 40 years is going on. And an ongoing pandemic crisis that killed more than 950,000 Americans, not to mention what has happened globally. We didn't even envy his speechwriters. Not at all. Last night, I was not, what I'm saying, here's what happened. So addressing the war, the first part of the State of the Union, basically, it wasn't even about our union. It was about Ukraine, okay? Biden praised the courage of the Ukrainian people as he should. The united response of NATO and its allies as we should. Come on, allies in NATO, as we should. And the severe damage that sanctions have already inflicted on the Russian economy. Right? See, the Americans were eager to hear Biden's thoughts on Ukraine. I know I, for one, was. However, I passed out. I was in class last night, pursuing a doctorate degree, for God's sakes, people. Clients and children and being single. I passed out, right? I really wanted to be there. So I had to come back and revisit what happened last night. And let me tell you, it's a lot better the morning after, like spaghetti. Did I just say that? I did say that. But anyway, good morning, my loves. Good morning. Oh, God. Good morning, my bunker butts. Good morning, my bunker butts. This is another edition of your Morning Brew, but Black, brought to you by the Black Girl Magic Master herself, Shaquila. Anyway, let's continue talking about what happened last night because Biden also, listen, Americans were eager to hear Biden's thoughts on Ukraine because basically in a CBS poll, it was taken at the address that 73% of the respondents said that Russia and Ukraine was the most important topic for Biden to speak about last night ahead of the economy, inflation, and COVID, right? So Biden also made some Ukrainian-related news last night. Did y'all hear? Did y'all hear about it? I'm pretty sure you should have heard about it by now. He announced that the U.S. would close its airspace to Russian planes. We wasn't doing that. Okay, go to your meetings, Lord of Wings. Thank you for tuning in. You are my bunker butt. Thank you. Handle your business. You already know we work hard, then we play hard. Business before pleasure. That's right. All right. See you later on my IG. Don't forget, I'm at Keila Chiquila on IG. That's QUILA CHAQUILLA. Anyway, my mama had high ideas. What can I say? She named me after a drink, and I am way more potent, way much more agave. Okay. But anyway, let's get back into what's going on, because on the domestic front of last night's State of the Union address, like, what is going on with my hair? Is that really what's going on? You can always tell when it's time to go get your hair done again. It want to fly away for no reason. None. Jesus. All right. No, we can't. You know why? Because we're going to get muted, Mr. Guy. Mr. Guy, we are on a high vibration, and honest and truly, we ain't got time for the negativity. Raise your vibration, because I don't have a heaven or a hell or a jail to put you in, but I will mute you, and you will just sit back and watch us other high vibrationals operate and speak more intelligently in my comments. Okay? See, what we need is the way that you're presenting your argument. I would gladly listen to your argument if it had really some meat with it. But for you to just go out there and say, he's a murderer, he's an ass, listen, I need, this is the minimal for me, okay? That's all I'm asking. I'm asking for you to raise your vibrations, raise your intelligence, and who hurt you? But anyway, let's get back into the news. I'm going to send you love, okay? Just so you can know you're on warning. We don't need that here. Why we can't just get along? Jeez. So what we're talking about is what's going on in today's news about last night's president's first State of the Union address, right? And then we're talking about other things as far as what's in today's news, because I have a master's degree in business administration, and I religiously watch Bloomberg indices. I don't even watch regular TV anymore. So I've been watching the financial markets, and the global world has been going crazy. And I don't know if y'all know about it. So I decided, let me get on my TikTok live and be the change that I seek and talk about what's really going on. So welcome if you're just joining. I am your Black Girl Magic Master, the host, Shaquila, of this morning edition of Morning Brew but Black. This is what's going on in today's news, because last night, the president gave his first State of the Union address, right? And it was tense. And he spoke about the things. First, he started off with everything in Ukraine. But what's going on here in the domestic front, we were also very curious to hear what he was going to say. Because, he is not getting some very good numbers right now. He went from like 50% to 40% in likability right now. So I understand there's a lot of negativity deflected to the president, but not to the person that started all this. I understand. I get it. Because, we impeached that other one for this very reason, right? Remember, he was holding back the money from the Ukrainian. Oh, I'm sorry. I digress. Let's get back over here. So, you know what I'm saying? On the domestic front, Biden addressed soaring prices, you guys. That is something that I've been training people on my other TikTok about, how to handle soaring prices as a business owner. And I'm going to start teaching it on my YouTube channel. Heads up. Because I'm a money flow master, I teach you how cash flow should move through your business. I teach you how to go from nothing to something and how to build some real live money. I am very much an example of that. Okay. I am very much an example of that. I have nothing. I came from nothing. Basically, I had nothing to even lie to you guys about, because all I've ever had to do is prove myself. And that's why I'm here right now. But anyway, let's see. Who is this? What's going on? Who is this? No, we can't do it. We can't do it. Oh my God. I can't even. Oh, one of my clients. Oh, yes. I also do business certifications. Let me go ahead and let him know that I got his minority business certifications documents together. Anyway, yes, I am one of the new minority tech companies coming out, Black Girl Magic Masters LLC. But anyway, I digress, because I want to talk about what happened in the Supreme Court. What happened in last night's State of the Union address. So he said, he addressed the soaring prices, which has become a political weak spot for your boy. You know what I'm saying? He's acknowledged that Americans were feeling the pinch. He's offered only basically vague solutions, such as reducing dependence on global supply chains by boosting, manufacturing and such. Like what's happening here in my state. Like what I just really became like one of the champions of. I need to be the CEO of this company I'm about to mention. But listen, on the front, he highlighted Intel. He highlighted Intel's plan to invest $20 billion in a chip making facility located here in Ohio. It would behoove Intel to come and see your girl here, right here in Ohio, who was almost the champion of how to do this. Anyway, they need to come and just hire me. I'm going to just say it right there. Y'all need to go and put it out there. Intel, hire one of the best and brightest minority minds out there. She's the truth. Yes, because for one, when you come from nothing and you don't have no money, you know how to make that money work. And that's what I do. But anyway, I digress. That's what your girl do. That's what I do for big business, small business. I am the Harriet Tubman of minority business because what? I know the way. And let me show it to you. But anyway, we're going to finish on this news, right? So he acknowledged that Americans was feeling the pinch, but he offered only vague solutions like dependence, like reducing the dependence on the global supply chains and things of that nature. Because I don't know who's producing nickel right now, but we need to be doing that. Anyway, excuse me. It's, Biden also talked about the U.S. progress in combating COVID. I mean, can you believe it? It's been 2 years. New cases have declined more than 90% from their January peak, and the federal government recently relaxed mask guidance for much of America. And I say that you probably sense hesitation in my voice because still there's an average of 1,800 people dying a day of COVID. And Biden admitted that new variants could emerge. Sip tea time. New COVID variants could emerge. This was announced in last night's State of the Union address by our president here in America. As I continue. A few other sound bites, just so you know. There was 9 mentions of folks, but just 4 of our fellow Americans. There was, we must hold social media platforms accountable for the national experiment they are conducting on our children for profit. TikTok, IG, YouTube. No shade. But this was the ultimate shade I read this morning. He also had another soundbite. We should all agree the answer is not to defund the police, it's to fund the police. And if we move forward in other today's headlines, let's toward the other headlines, right? So energy price surge. So U.S. crude oil spiked more than 10% over concerns that supply from Russia, a major energy exporter, basically could dwindle. And basically to try and keep oil flowing, the International Energy Agency said its member companies or member countries would release 60 million barrels. And that's not a lot. I said we'll release 60 million barrels from its emergency stockpiles. Only the 4th time it's been done in history, though. I'm going to be honest with you. And the situation in energy markets is very serious and demands our full attention. I mean, that's not just me saying this. This was the IEA executive director, Faith Byral. Anyway, Apple has stopped selling its products in Russia. The tech giant joined a growing list of companies, including Hollywood studios, energy behemoths such as Exxon, and automakers like Ford are cutting ties with the country following its invasion. Apple also said it's limiting other services in Russia, including Apple Pay. In other today's headlines, which I know I'm going to save my tea for afterwards, There's a Texas governor. Texas governor sued over new transgender directive. See, there's a lawsuit that claims that Governor Greg Abbott is investigating parents of transgender adolescents for possible child abuse if support gender affirming treatments for their kids are given. One plaintiff in the lawsuit is an employee at Texas Department of Family and Protective Services who has a 16-year-old transgender child. She was placed on administrative leave, and investigators already have came to the house according to this filing. And I heard there's some stuff going down in Florida. If it goes down in one state, it's go down in the other. Y'all need to be paying attention to that. Y'all need to really be paying attention to that. But in markets today, the market slid and commodities basically surged. They surged the most since 2009. Because as the war in Ukraine continues, it's basically convulsing Wall Street. And there's one bright spot, because Target, which was offering us some real bullish numbers, basically is emerging, which offered a bullish forecast in quarter four earnings report. So they are literally hanging in there. Go Target, okay, I guess that is good news, but I think what's really good news is that Kevin Costner is urging us to leave Montana and start our own XFL for baseball. He said, if you believe it, we will watch. He said, if you will build it, we will watch it. Those that know. That's what he said. Because baseball is a mess, right? The Major League Baseball, MLB, had canceled opening day and several other games after players and owners couldn't reach a new collective bargaining agreement by yesterday's 5 p.m. Eastern deadline. It didn't happen. And so was that what, wow, we can't, I thought that was America's favorite pastime. They need to be paid. They not paying them? I thought they was getting a pretty handsome purse, those MLB players. No? Okay. All right. Let's see what's going on in today's markets. Let's see what's going on in Bloomberg right now. Let's get back to what's going on, see what's going on, because like I said, I can tell what's going on in the world by the money. On the extent to which that's happening. Breaking news. If inflation stays hot, we could hike 50 BP at meeting. Oh, if inflation stays hot, we could hike 50 basis points at a meeting. Breaking news. This is what Powell, our federal chairman, said. Effects of sanctions so far have been significant. However, breaking news is that the U.S. Treasury, their 2-year yield rose 11 basis points to 1.45%. People are putting their money in bonds and yields. Y'all know about that. There's the stock market and then there's a bond market, right? Follow me. If you don't know that, you need to follow my YouTube channel, follow my website, follow me. If I was clapped that ASAP in class. I guess it was late last year. Seeking public comment on the costs and benefits of central bank digital. We're about to end today's morning because we are obviously not operating on high vibration. Extended comment period, and we gave, and we very much look forward. Okay, there we go. Let's see. It's starting to come back up there. What else is going on in top news?
Hiring people and things like that to try to get it right, but also to understand whether the
Oh, see, I told you, bonds are doing really good. The Gazprom said to be on track to pay dollar bonds due March 7th, and the company wired the cash on February 28th to the settlement people. Telling you, bonds is where it's at. It's a reprieve from Gazprom's bonds, which lost about half of their value in just over a week. As investors, they were fretting over whether the company will settle next week's payments or not because of all of this war situation. It says that the Fed chairman says war underscores need for action on digital currency. This is what the federal chairman Powell is saying right now. This is breaking news. War underscores the need for action on digital currency. This is what our federal chairman here in America is saying. Right, breaking news. War is underscoring the need for action on digital currency. Y'all expect legislation this week. T.
Really get to the bottom and understand both the technical and the
breaking news. Federal Chairman Powell has said that war is underscoring the need for action on digital currency. Tannenbaum's gold tree has attacked volatility era with crypto play. Steve Tannenbaum has become a playbook for markets roiled by inflation, rising rates, and geopolitical situations. We got to come back there. I missed the whole what's your name. He said we're adding more resources. Tannenbaum says that being early in the space, they were overcompensating for what they perceived to be the downsides to be. People be making up some stuff. Listen, I'll be looking at these these indices and stuff and listen at what these companies come out and be trying to explain in real time. You know, they always sending a representative out to speak for them, right? And well, thank you, baby. Thank you. It's the second day of Women's History Month, and I thought, why not wear pink? Like, hey, let's see what's going. Headlines. EU seeks to offer temporary protection to fleeing Ukrainians. Abercrombie falls after holiday stocking delays hurt results. Nordstrom leaps most in 2 decades of sales rebound outlook. Powell sees federal rate liftoff in March. While Ukrainian fog outlooks, Powell's going to raise the. When they said about raising the rates 50 basis points back in about a month ago, everybody laughed. That was not even happening. Matter of fact, the first meeting, they're going to raise it 50 basis points. Just so you know. I told you so. I told you, and just like I told y'all that, I'm telling you right now, prepare for the Great Depression. I know I hate to be the gloom and doom, but that's what happened. History is repeating itself. Go back, check your history. You'll see how history is repeating itself. But listen, oil option market signals that there more buying may be on the horizon. The ruble has whipsawed as exporter dollar sales can't offset the rout. Ford reorganizes to run the electric vehicles and the engine businesses separately. They were running them together. That had to be expensive. Shimao drops. The used wand holder is playing legal move because Evergrande, like I've been telling y'all, there's an update. Evergrande, wow, one of the largest situations. That's why China's so quiet. But anyway, Nord Stream 2 cannot confirm reports that it has filed for bankruptcy. This is what they cannot confirm. I'm telling you, these companies be tripping. You can't confirm that, right? Nations to start talks on plastics pact, seen as the next Paris deal, because we got to get these plastics together. I'm using a plastic spoon right now. But for some odd reason, Kroger's keep running up out of them. Okay. Shell is said to continue purchasing Russian oil and gas. Shell gas station is going to continue. That's how money hungry Shell gas station is going to do. That's what is on the headlines. Oh, my goodness. Bank of America, they doubled their capacity for Ivy League female business programs. Guess where we're going? We're going to Bank of America because they're doubling the capacity for Ivy League female business programs. What you say? Hey, come on. Bank of America. Aren't y'all based out of Chicago? Woo! All right, and like I said, Treasury 2-year yield resurgent as Federal Powell is testifying in front of Congress right now. You know the Fed chairman is testifying in front of Congress right now. Did y'all know that? Man, Macy's Incorporated selling $850 million of junk bonds to refinance debt, according to the Wednesday statement. The department store chain is offering two unsecured tranches of $425 million each, maturing in 2030 and 2032, according to the statement. Macy's is selling $850 million of junk bonds to refinance debt. Yo, what I just tell you, we need to get over there. Macy's is selling $850 million. Don't say I ain't never tell y'all nothing. Like, I'm giving game. Like, for real, because why? Why not? It's enough for all of us to eat. Those that eat off the bottom line. But anyway, bond traders in Europe got a fresh reason to worry about record inflation, even as prospects of monetary policy tightening in the year remain murky in the Ukrainian war. Germany's 10-year yield adjustment for inflation headed for Wednesday is the lowest close on record. Oh, shoot. So why our yields are doing okay, Germany is not. And it matters what's happening in the rest of the world. But anyway, traders bet on Europe inflation and they jump. So traders bet on Europe inflation, jump. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
We're not responsible for energy policy. That's a matter for Congress and the administration. Of course, the laws of supply and demand do work.
Laws of supply and demand do work. I've used my time and I yield back.
So that's the federal chairman. He's talking to Maxine Waters right now, Auntie Maxine. So I'm gonna let y'all go, y'all. I done kept y'all long enough. We done been talking this. I need y'all to go and watch what's going on, because Powell, he said the financial system has enough liquidity to weather this war. And now I leave on that good note. Love, peace, and hair grease. Who we signing off first? Okay. Yes, I'm watching the markets, and I got to get to it. Oh my God. Oh my God. Basically, a Texas oil regulator critical of renewable fuel and woke ESG is investing appeared headed for apparent runoff in the GOP primary. So it was political? The Texas Railroad Commission Chairman Wayne Christian held a 47.1% lead. So he's running for the GOP? Donald Trump, did you hear that? DeSantis? Ooh, they naive. All right, y'all, I gotta go. I got love, peace, and hair grease, TikTok. See y'all on the next What's Up in Morning News. All right, today's headlines. Y'all have been awesome. Y'all been awesome. Thank you for who've been sending them consistent likes. Those double tapping the screen. I love y'all. I love y'all for real. Peace.
We expected supply of labor to come in, that kind of thing. And it didn't happen.
And you already know. You already know, YouTube Alicious. You always support me. You always keep that good thing going. And I'll see y'all on the next Morning Brew. You already know. Thank you for supporting your girl. This has been another edition of Morning Brew with Black, and I have been your lovely host, Shaquila, the Black Girl Magic herself, Black Girl Magic Master herself.
Catch up, and we did pivot when we started to pivot in the middle of last
year. And you already know, TikTok.